Hello, welcome. In this session, I'm going to explain you how to register a device event. So the registration of an event is actually realized by this node Redflow. And so it's also based on several dashboard nodes that are shown here. And so now we are actually going to test to demonstrate this flow. So remember, before we saw the register device tab, and now we are going to look at the other tab, register event. So here I've shown you all the information you can see in the register event tab, but the tab is actually designed so you can also view it on your mobile device. So you just need to scroll down when doing the different actions. But to make it clear, I will show all the tabs on all the sections on one screen. So to register a device, the first thing we need to do is select a device. So you specify the location of the device. Okay, so there are some checks. Don't select, well, it's still busy processing a device event. So it's still busy. We first need to ensure that the system is in the correct state. So the status displayed here shows no device selected. Okay, so let's select the monitor we have created in previous session. So the monitor was located at the first floor in the bureau. And then device, it will show you all the devices we have created. And so you see we have created two monitors. Let's take this monitor, old monitor. You see that the status immediately updates. It changes to device selected and gives us information about the device we have selected. The statistics also shows you any device statistics we have found. It says count is 0 means that for this monitor we didn't have any statistics at this moment. So now to register statistics, the first thing we need to do is choose one of the two options, switch on or switch off. So I'm going to choose switch on because this monitor is switched off. So I click on switch on and I will immediately also switch on the monitor. So I click, switch it on. So I've switched on the CRT monitor. So you see here button pressed. It has also received the first power set after I've switched on the monitor, and now it has also received the second power set. So the status is now second power set. And so here we go slowly through it. So at the top of the event we see the room and the device. So the type of action is switching on the monitor. Then it lists here the timestamp when we did the switch on. And this is actually the power just before we have switched on the monitor. The first power set is a power just after we have switched on the monitor, and this is the second time we receive a power information after we have switched on the monitor. So we have those three power sets, and then here it's also measuring the deltas for each of the phases. Yeah, you should know my house has 3 phases, which means that depending where you plug in your device in a power socket, it will be connected to one of the phases of my house. In this case, you see it says that the power has increased with 63 watts on the third phase, so most likely the monitor is connected on this phase. Here We have also the chart with the power consumption, and this chart shows you the actual power evolution for the 3 phases. So this is just before I've clicked, this is just after I've clicked, and this is 10 seconds later after I've clicked. So the delta phase is actually the difference between the start just before and just after. So now we have collected this data. So the next step is deciding if you want to store this information or not. So there's no reason not to store it, so I click on store. So you see the status changes again to device selected. And if we wait a little bit, then we see also that the statistics has been updated for the selected device. So the statistics will report the count. So we have stored 1 event for this device. The switch on says it's 1 switch on event has been recorded for this device, 0 switch off events. And then also for each of the phases, it's collecting the switch on and the switch off statistics. So we have switched on for phase 1. The average power for phase 1 was 2 watt, min and max 2 watt, and so on. So for phase 3, 63, and so on. So now let's do the other thing. Let's switch off the device. So I'm pushing on switch. Let's switch off the same device. Switch off. So also pushed on switch off on the CRT monitor. You see it immediately went down as expected. So it has collected, and there we see that on the 3rd phase we see a reduction of 70 watt, minus 70. So remember that when switching it on, we got 63 watts, so it's very close to the switch on power, what we also would expect. So I say this switch off event is also okay, so I store the event. You immediately see it has updated the total of the statistics, and we have now 2, 1 switch on and 1 switch off event. Okay, let's switch it on again to collect more statistics. So I press on switch on. Switches on the power of the CRT monitor. Okay. This time it was 56 watt. Let's store the event. So now we should get 2 switch on events here. So it has stored now. It has stored indeed 2 switch on events, and so if you look at phase 3 switch on, so it says that the average power is now 59.5, so it has a minimum and maximum. And what you get here is also, once we are back in the status device selected, you will see the real-time updates of the power for the 3 phases. So that's it. Maybe let's show you to give an idea of the other monitor. So I did it once for another monitor. This is a LED monitor that I'm using. I've also recorded 12 times, you see. It's an AOC monitor. 6 times switch on and 6 times switch off. As I'm located in the bureau, so most sockets are linked to phase 3, and if you look at phase 3, there we see an average of 90.3.3